Welcome back, everyone. I'm so thrilled to have you here for this explainer. Today, we're stepping right into the middle of what can really only be described as a financial minefield. We're talking about moving your hard-earned retirement funds. You've spent decades saving this money, building your nest egg, doing everything right. But there's this absolutely crucial moment, like when you change jobs, maybe you retire, or even just switch banks, where all of that hard work is suddenly put at risk. So we're going to look closely at a financial report by Damon Carr, he's a financial planner and tax pro, to figure out how to safely navigate this exact process.
Listen to this quote. One wrong word can cost you thousands in taxes and penalties. Read that again. Thousands, not hundreds. Thousands of dollars wiped out completely by accident just because of a simple misunderstanding of financial jargon. We aren't talking about bad market investments here, guys. We're talking about a totally avoidable paperwork disaster. It's actually staggering how easily a massive financial catastrophe can happen to perfectly smart, prepared people simply because they didn't know the exact language to use with their financial institution.
Okay, let's dive right into this. The entire premise of our explainer today is super simple. Vocabulary matters. Seriously, when it comes to your retirement accounts, the words you use, they're basically legal commands. And here's the absolute most important thing you need to grasp right out of the gate. Rollover, transfer, and conversion are absolutely not the same thing. I mean, sure, they sound similar. In everyday conversation, you might use them interchangeably to just mean, moving money from point A to point B. But in the financial world, no way. They are completely different actions with vastly different consequences for your wallet.
Section 1. Decoding the three transactions. What do these terms really mean?
First up, we have the direct rollover. So this is when you're moving your 401k to an IRA. And the critical part is this. You do it without the money touching your hands. Damon Carr points out that this is the absolute safest move you can possibly make. Why? Well, because the money goes directly from your old plan administrator straight to your new one. You never physically hold a check made out to you, which means you totally avoid all the tax traps that we're going to talk about in just a few minutes. It's clean, it's direct, and it's safe.
Now, contrast that with a transfer. A transfer is specifically moving money directly from one IRA to another IRA. The real keyword you want to remember here is custodian to custodian. Your old bank sends the funds straight to your new bank. Keeping the transaction custodian to custodian is exactly how you avoid unnecessary headaches. Much like the direct rollover, keeping your hands off the funds keeps the money perfectly safe from any accidental taxation. But then, we get to our third term, the Roth conversion. I really need you to pay close attention here because this is a whole different animal. A conversion means you're moving pre-tax retirement money into a Roth account. Now, because you haven't paid taxes on that pre-tax money yet, and as we know, Roth accounts are designed to grow tax-free, Uncle Sam is absolutely going to want his cut right now. If you tell your bank to do a conversion, you must absolutely expect a tax bill. It's not necessarily a bad move, right? But it is a taxable event, and you've got to be ready for the paperwork and the payment that comes along with it. And this comparison brilliantly illustrates the whole picture. Just look at the contrast in risk here. Direct rollovers and transfers, they trigger zero tax and remain incredibly safe. But if you accidentally choose that bottom path, a Roth conversion, moving that pre-tax money immediately changes your tax status to taxable and spikes your risk level right up to requires planning. I mean, the contrast is undeniable. If you ask for a conversion when you actually meant to ask for a transfer, you're literally volunteering for a massive tax bill that you did not plan for.
Section 2. The 60-day tax trap. The hidden landmine in retirement transfers.
This right here is exactly where everyday folks get badly burned. You enter the danger zone the exact second a retirement check is made payable directly to you instead of your new financial institution. Listen, if the check has your name on it rather than the name of your new bank or brokerage, you have essentially taken personal possession of those funds in the eyes of the government. This is the exact hidden landmine that sets off a really dangerous and very, very expensive chain reaction.
20%. Just let that number sink in for a second. If that check is made out to you, a massive 20% may automatically be withheld for taxes right off the top. So, to put that into perspective, if you are moving $100,000, $20,000 is instantly held back before you even see the check. Poof, just gone to the IRS.
Let's see how this builds into an absolute nightmare scenario. On day one, the check is issued to you, and that 20% is withheld. From that very moment, a ticking clock starts in your head. You have exactly 60 days, that's it. That is your absolute non-negotiable deadline to make it right and deposit the full amount of your retirement funds into a new qualifying account. And if you miss that deadline, wow. Day 61 and beyond brings a world of pain. If you don't fix it within those 60 days, taxes and penalties could immediately follow on the entire distribution. The sheer panic of scrambling to fix this within a 60-day window is something you want to avoid at all costs.
Section 3. Protecting your retirement money. Don't let paperwork rob your future.
Look, you have worked way too hard for way too long to let a simple paperwork error rob your future. Luckily, your safe exit strategy really just comes down to 2 simple steps. Step 1. Know exactly what type of transaction you're making before you move a single dime. Are you doing a direct rollover, a custodian-to-custodian transfer, or a Roth conversion? You've got to know the vocabulary. And step 2, have a 5-minute conversation with a financial professional today. Seriously, do not try to guess which box to check on the transfer form. As Damon Carr perfectly puts it, a 5-minute conversation with your financial professional today can save you thousands tomorrow. It's truly amazing how such a tiny investment of your time, I mean, literally just 5 minutes on the phone, yields this massive, impenetrable shield for your retirement wealth. A professional knows the exact terminology to use to ensure your money moves safely without triggering that dreaded 20% withholding.
And that brings us to our final thought for this explainer. Will one wrong word rob your retirement? It's a pretty provocative question, but as we've seen today, it's a very real possibility if you aren't paying close attention. But hey, now you're armed with the vocabulary. You know the difference between a rollover, a transfer, and a conversion. You know for sure to avoid checks made out to your own name, and you know the incredible value of a 5-minute chat with a pro. Take control of your paperwork, protect your funds, and please don't let a simple misunderstanding jeopardize your financial future. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and I will see you next time.